Good morning. Did you know that, I don't know when YouTube and I up on these things. I remember when you keep saying did you know that YouTube has now an audio library? Yes. Of music that you can actually put in the background of your videos without them being axed from your channel. Now, Hydra, that's a little too calm. Let's try and find something a little bit brighter. Clear eyes. Let's check that out. Oh, it's dramatic. I don't know. Okay, let's keep it pushing. This one hardly has any, it's not very popular. Let's see. I probably like that one. Okay, now it's not going to work. Come on. You were acting good all morning, Internet. Come on. No? Okay, fine. Well, we'll keep it pushing. Oh, romantic. Wedding invitation. Wedding invitation and cloud patterns are the two most popular. Cataclysmic molten core. Dramatic. That one's very popular. Okay. Well, at some point we're going to be able to hear what that sounds like. It's been an interesting week. Okay, so just let me vent. You can give your opinion. That's all well and good. Until I tell you I don't want to hear about that. Can you hear it? It'll do. You know, in business, in life, in ethics, you know, we all have a set way of being. And from what I observed over my 53 years is that, at first we're just like our mom or dad, whoever raised us. We do it that way until you move out on your own, and your friend does it that way, so you do it that way. You don't like it no more, you don't do it that way. You go back to your old way. And you meet another friend, and you do it that way. You meet another friend, you do it that way. And then you finally get a happy mix of how to do things differently, better, worse. And around 35, it kicks in that, well, for some people. For me, it was around 28. Not saying I'm better than anybody, just saying it was around 28 when it really clicked. You know, I got to figure it out on my own. And I'm not talking about just life, of course life, but, you know, how do you get along with that person versus that person after, because you know this is all about spirit. Always. It's always all about spirit. You see and feel exactly where they're coming from, okay? So when I see, okay, this is mostly about business and ethics. When I see that you can't keep your word the first time, that tells me almost everything about you I need to know, really. Because if you were who you said you were, then you would be doing what it was you are supposed to be doing to go under that heading, title, hat, whatever, position, right? And you say, well, what do you mean, Tosh? Well, okay, so now we learned how to do things differently. We learned how to think quick and walk uphill and chew gum. We learned how to deal with that person. Example, I had to learn how to deal with business men. Okay, sorry. European men, white men. Because a lot of Mexican men, black men, Indian men, Asian men, a lot of business Asian men are like white men. You you don't need me to say anything other than okay. Of course, I was a secretary, so you know what I mean. So when it came to the point where I needed to know something, you have to wait, until their head is cleared a little bit. Now, of course, it's not all men; it's just the men that I work for. It's just my experience. It's not yours. I'm not shitting on you, and I'm not categorizing everybody into one whole. I'm saying that the men that I have worked for, the men that I have seen with my own two human eyes, okay, I understand them to be sort of like this, okay? Granted, that was then, this is now, everybody changes. So I knew then that I couldn't talk. I couldn't say, well, what did you mean by the, No. So I asked them later. Other people, and only two of my many women bosses were just, go, go. And I understand in some cases you think faster different than I do. However, I'm still your assistant. You still need to listen to me at some point because I'm going to get the memo messed up or whatever. I don't know. And so in life, I have learned now to just really rely on my gifts first and foremost. As soon as I see you coming, I check out your aura. What color is it? What kind of, and as soon as you get like within 5 feet of me, I'm like, okay, what's your vibration? If you're not within 5 feet of me, then I have your voice, obviously, because I don't rely on type stuff. Because when we type things, you could do it in one certain mood, and if I open the email and get that mood, it could be backwards, It could be. So I don't get, and I tell you men that I email, just because I said da-da-da-da doesn't mean any range of what you were thinking when you opened it, which tells me you must have been in a bad mood when you opened it. So don't blame me for having an attitude. Those letters in the email didn't have an attitude. If anything, I'm always going to type something good. Okay, there's been 2 men in my life that I type really not nice things to, and then I decided not to type it, so I just spoke. So you could hear the words that were coming out of my mouth, Anyway, so in learning how to deal with different business people on thousands of different levels, of course, not just mine. I don't live on this planet by myself. That would be stupid of me. Did you hear me? That would be stupid of me to think that just because I say something, you should believe it. No. I'm here talking to Tosh. That's the only one that can take her advice from her, with her, for her, by her. That's it. If you pick up on something that could be useful for your life, that is something altogether other. And I say that because, a lot of people, first and foremost, are hypocrites. They say one thing and then do another. And if you ever see a video like that of mine, you please feel free to call me on the carpet. After you take into consideration, I do what Spirit tells me to do, not what man tells me to do. Man can sit here and tell me, well, Tasha, you have diabetes. No, I don't have diabetes. The doctor says it's his opinion I have diabetes, okay? So still, I do the things that I needed to do to adjust, okay? I don't know where I'm at here. I think I'm slipping. Hang on. Sorry. Let me fix my tape. Yes, I tape it up here so it can, because it's my cell phone. and it loads a lot faster than camcorder. So I take into consideration your opinion. I must. I'm a spirit in a body. I'm trying to improve the body. Spirit don't need catching up. Body does. Okay, to stay in balance. So in order to stay in balance, I hear you, or when you leave comments on my videos, I see you and I feel you, and I make a mental note. Okay. So in business, all that happens just like that. Okay. I see you. I feel you. I see where you're coming from. So when you say whatever you have to say, 9 times out of 10, if you're talking out the side of your neck, of course I know it instantly. So I won't say anything. I'll just especially you talkers that love to talk about yourself. Okay. Now there's a difference between confidence and narcissistic. Look it up. Narcissistic. Okay. And if you are, that's fine. I don't have a problem with you being narcissistic. However, when I make free suggestions to you about you, you don't have to say, oh, that's a black thing. That's a this thing. That's a fat black chick thing. Or as my new friend is so apt to say, that's an Aries thing. No. It's Tosh. Just being honest with you. It's just Tosh, According to the things that they write about Aries, I am a little like one. You grow up. You don't be that all the time. And if you don't grow up, you can go. Because if you can't grow up, I don't need people like that in my life. Just the same as, getting back to business. If you can't do business in some sort of professional manner that shows who you are, and let's face it, this is a physical world, you need to be seen, you need to be heard, and unfortunately, this just kills me sometimes. People do need testimonials, of which I have a full page, by the way, for those that need that. I never did it for many years till Spirit told me to, because people need that. People need to know that other people think I'm okay, and that's okay. I know it. I get emails. I never thought to put those emails in a testimonial web page because I thought of it as being private. It's a private, personal thing. If you want to tell me, I listened to your videos and, I decided to take, what you were saying to yourself into consideration for myself, and we ended up, moving to Chicago and starting a bakery, and we're so happy. Thank you. You're welcome. We all plant seeds for each other. We're all teachers for each other. That's all we are. So I'm not here to should on you and tell you what to do. I'm telling me things I could be doing differently. So in business and ethics, the first time you do not keep your word with me and most professionals I know of, Angie, Afama, Ryan, Chris, Lee, the artist, a lot of people on my Facebook page. The first time you want to nut up and act crazy, don't keep your word, see ya. Because why should we waste our time dealing with you that you say one thing one day, but we see you doing something altogether different another day? That means you're not walking your talk. You're talking out the side of your neck, and you're not walking sideways. So something's got to give. Something's got to give. So when you ask me to do something, I do it now. I don't do it later. I put it in the cell phone now. Okay, hang on. Just hang on 1 second. Let me get over there. Tuesday calendar, 7 o'clock. Chris on DTR from now until next year. Enter. Reminder 1 hour ahead of time. So wherever I am, I get that reminder. I go home. Even on the way home, I can call in on the radio, say, I'm getting there, guys. Hang on, something. But I do it now. Do it now. You know, Mama said it's just as easy to do right as it is to do wrong. Why put off till tomorrow? You know, really. So I do it now. And if I can't do it now, for whatever reason, there rarely is one, just so you know. And I write it down. Getting older, got a lot of writing to do, you know. So now I got the names, the address of the 2 contest winners. Wrote their names and addresses down, so I don't have to always look it up. I can just go right here, see where it was, the last page. Oh, okay. Oh, she's in Chicago. Check the tracking, Chicago. Okay, got that done. Now, then you can go play with the kids and see, you know, do whatever you need to do. Just do it now. What are you putting stuff off for? I'm so busy. I'm so busy. People that have the need to say I'm so busy generally aren't. You're not. You're not. Okay? If you have to keep saying I'm so busy, it's a fantasy. You like being busy, so you tell people that you are. Sorry, that's just my experience, you know. We're all busy. We're breathing, we're eating, we're sleeping, we're taking the kids here, we're there, I'm dealing with the clients or the clients or the clients or the customers or this or the designing or the putting together of you know. That's why in a lot of my old videos you see me, I'm working as I talk. I'm always multitasking. It's not rude, it's professional. You know, as long as I know, you know, this, thank you, Jill, is going to take a little bit more thought. So I'm only going to talk to you if it's something that I can talk to you about and doesn't require a lot of deep thought. Then I could sit here and put these together one by one by one by one and mix up the strings and tie the strings and make sure it fits and do all of that. You know? Everybody's not like that. I realize that. I am. So don't think I'm being rude because I am trying to get as much done in this moment as I possibly can physically. Okay? And moving on forward with ethics of business, you know, I pride myself on being very, very open, bend over backwards, lenient, whatever adjective you want to use, with all my customers. However, you will notice I didn't say but, right? We don't use but. It makes a lot of business owners frustrated, pissed, angry, upset, whatever, when you take advantage of the system, okay? Recently, I did something I don't normally do, but you know, I understand you're in the situation you're in, just like I'm in the situation I am in, and though I have a happy, good life, things could always change in one direction or another, good or better, not bad or worse. It's only good or better, and then there's bliss, you know. And, you know, I accepted the check, and after waiting for it for like a month or so, and, you know, really stupid, you know, my prices are so stupid low. I mean, come on. You see the things I make, other people are charging $250 for. Really? So I charge you, you know, $8 for a crystal, and you send me a check that bounces? Really? Wow. That was the saying, you know, Maya Angelou has a saying, when they show you who they are, believe them. That showed me exactly who you are. So, now, with a long-handled spoon, never got that money, by the way, never got that money. So, you know, again, we do this all over again, and wait, could you wait, could you wait? And, you know, I don't mind. I know you have, you know, bills to pay too, but you have to remember. However, you have to remember, so do I. I am willing to work with anyone under any circumstance. So when I do accept your check, the money in the bank. I waited for it for a whole month. I put your stuff together. On faith, I sent your stuff just for the check to bounce. So 2 months later, I get another one, and I hold it. You know, and I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm not saying anybody's bad. We all need what we need. However, when you walk into the store, you don't walk into the store with no money, do you? Unless you like window shopping. I don't do window shopping. My sisters and my mother love window shopping. It's not a Tasha thing. It is so not a Tasha thing. Okay? I go to the store when I have money to buy, you know, this, and I come home. Okay, and then I get my ice cream, and then I come home. You know. So I was frustrated, and I asked the spirits, you know, help me calm down, because I'm trying to stay ethical, I'm trying to stay spiritual, I'm trying to stay positive, I'm trying to stay in divine order at all times. So, in order to get that woo-saw moment over with after I vented, thank you, mother, sister, I went and held the most beautiful little baby. I think he's only 8 days old. And for guys, it might be different for guys, as John is here to say. Oh, you girls, he's your grandson. I thought you'd feel the same way about, you know, seeing your beautiful new grandson, you know. Anyway, and when I look into his beautiful little brown eyes, everything goes away, you know. So I'm not here to hate. I'm here to educate, you know, you customers primarily. Because from B2B, from business to business, we don't do that to each other. I tell you up front, you know, what do you have that's $5? Because that's all I have. Okay. Or when are you going to have something? You know, like, example, you saw me posting a lot of Eliza, her stuff, because she has nice, big, fat stuff. Well, I've sold all the stuff that I made with with her stuff. But, you know, she's got nice, big stuff that I like. I don't like to wrap little, tiny stuff. I want to wrap something big like this, and she has big stuff. So I'm like, well, you know, I had a sale. I got $20. I'm going to save it so I can give it to you, you know. It's not that challenging. It is not that challenging just to do the right thing, or just to say, just tell me. That's why I put there on my Tasha's Touch fan page, you know, if you don't have it, put $5 on it, and I'll hold it for you, you know, on layaway. Everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves to have what makes them happy. And what would make me happy is for you just to be honest and say, you know, Tasha, I don't have that $50. You know, would you hold it for me? I have $2. Just till Friday. I promise I'll pay you 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday. When 8:01 hits, it's back for sale, and I'm keeping your $2, just so you know. That's professional. That's business. You knew it going in. Tough noogies. You want me to hold it again? You need to put down another $5. It's usually my layaway down payment. Okay? So I'm not holding a grudge against this person. I did unfriend them because I only friended you to buy the crystals to begin with. So it's not like I was keeping up with your life and, you know, we talked often and all that good stuff. That is not my purpose for being. My purpose for being ethically, professionally, humanely is to do the best I can for Tasha. And in doing the best I can for Tasha, trust me, I'm going to do the best I can for you. I'm not going to shortchange you. I'm not going to take advantage of you. I know you're probably just like me. This is my living. A lot of us on the internet, this is our living. This is all the money I get every month. It's from you. Okay? And I'm not saying, oh, poor me. It's not, oh, please, it's so far from that, because I know I create my own happiness and unhappiness. And like I said before, I am happy because I have good, beautiful, wonderful customers who do keep their word. who pay when they say they're going to pay. I have customers that don't forget to pay me from last year when I sent you a pair of earrings and you never bothered to pay for them. That's my fault. I'm not blaming that person. That's my fault. Professionally, I should not have sent the earrings until she sent me the money. So, Tasha, now you're out of pocket. No, I'm not out of anything. I'm not lacking anything. I'm learning. You didn't have my mother. Because if you did, you would be so ashamed of yourself. You would have paid me 3 times over for that sterling wrapped, very beautiful, chunky piece of fluorite that I sent to you a year ago, and you didn't have the money. I'll pay you next month. I'll pay you next month. And then, and this is another thing. How ethical is it of you? And I'm noticing a lot of other people's, not on mine, praise God, Facebook fan pages, a lot of people, you want to argue with the person that made your jewelry? Really? You don't want to pay the person that made, because I buy from other people, just like I buy from, Ifama. And I'm going to get those black and white earrings. I posted on my Facebook page this morning. You want to argue with people that have done you nothing but joy, They made you something so beautiful and so glorious, and you want to argue with them on Facebook, in public, about the things that they have done for you, not that you didn't do for them, And yes, I did make a note twice in my life on Facebook because I wanted to show proof that something was this or that. So I'm not trying to be hypocritical about it. I'm trying to be honest with myself and then you, okay? Multitasking. However, to say, well, I don't know, we'll take something crazy. I'm in school right now and I just don't have the money. Then you shouldn't have ordered it. No, Tasha, it's your fault. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I ask your forgiveness. I was stupid to trust you. Yeah, really, that's what it boils down to, right? And I should have known better. However, since that has already happened, I am going to choose to love you and let you go. And I love myself, and I let that go, okay? So I hope 1, 2, 3 that answers your question. Because if I believe in what I believe in, then I got to walk my talk, and my talk is I am worth so much more than wasting time thinking about you and how stupid you are to have wasted a beautiful person like me being in your life. Block, delete, unfriend. Yeah. That's it. That's all I can do. Legally, of course, there's other legal issues I could do, and I just shared that with this person. And because it took me like 3 hours to find out if the check was good or not today, because they asked me, could you wait till tomorrow for the 3rd time? Could you wait? So I'm like, okay, today's the day, I'm going to make sure the money's there. No money. And I was supposed to cash the check today, okay? And then a few hours later, could you hold it till tomorrow? Well, you don't have money in your account today. Really? And I just said, well, other small business owners, would call the city of whatever city the check is on and report you, because that's fraud. You can't just go around bouncing checks. And then after that, you get reported and reported and reported, and then you have bad credit. Now, my credit's already fucked up, so I don't care about my credit, but I care about other people's credit. I'm not going to just write you a check and not have it be good. I wouldn't do that to you.